If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Okay guys, so we just finished doing the Allison review, so if you guys want to check that out, be sure to do so. It should be the video just before this one, okay? We have a new evolution today. I think this one came out like after 1. I don't think it came out exactly at 1 o'clock. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a look at some of the options that we could potentially work with for this new evolutions. I believe that they give you 2 different ones. Not different ones, but like you can do two versions of it, right? So there's one. Which one is it? No, it's not these ones. Growth spurt? No, not growth spurt. Keeping balance? No, that's not it. Trequartista time to make upgrade. There it is. So it's a paid evolution. It's a paid evolution. 75k or 350 FIFA points, where it is called Stop Right There. The improvements for your cards are going to be like this, right? So you get a +1 for weak foot. So by default, that's already a W. Really, really nice to have. Press proven, also really nice. For the side positions in particular, right? So usually when your cards have like a high work rate and they have press proven, it is actually very nice. There is also a massive boost for attacking positioning, ball control, reactions, and balance. And you also get a tiki-taka playstyle, which I like a lot as well. And then for the last one, it's also going to be the first touch, which isn't a bad playstyle, to be fair. It's actually not bad whatsoever. And I'm assuming these ones are the same ones as well. Yeah. So you get 2 versions of this that you would have to pay for some of the upgrades. We're going to be taking a look at some of the cards you could potentially get, because obviously there are cards right now that exist that you could potentially upgrade, and there's cards that are obviously going to be trending as well, right? So the number 1 trending card as of right now is the Openda card, and the reason being for this is because he does have some other upgrades you could potentially get too, right? So with Openda, you could see that by default he already has the Stop Right There addition added to the card. So if you're building some sort of like Bundesliga team, Red Bull Leipzig players, you get some pretty decent playstyles added to the card. You put them into Stop Right There, FC Founder 2, and then FC Founders Upgrade. And then this is the version of the card that you would get in the future, right? So it's not too bad, right? Obviously, some pretty good improvements on the card. Dribbling is in a better area. Shooting is already in a fantastic area as well. It looks like a card that if you give him the finisher chemistry style, he actually looks really well formatted, because in game, he has a 4-star weak foot, maybe no improvement on the skill moves, which isn't necessarily the best, obviously, because it's always nice to have at least 4-star for all of your attackers. But in his case, he's got the high medium work rate. Openda is usually just like R-Trigger Merchant, right? Because he usually has like the playstyles and stuff for it. He's got Finesse Shot, Rapid, Trivela, Tiki-Taka, Press Proven, Power Shot. So he's like an R-Trigger Merchant that can now dribble a little bit better, to be fair, right? It definitely looks really nice. For people who are starting off in the game, you get a 75k upgrade with it. You put them into the free ones with FC Founders, right? So it's not bad for people that are building that sort of team, right? Another option that we have here is the Cesinha card. I haven't tried out this card yet. People really enjoy using him. Cesinha. He's not pronounced Cesinha in this, so he's pronounced what? Cesar Fernando. Cesar Fernando. There it is. So is 85 the highest? Oh, he has an 86. Yeah, Stop Right There as well. Is this accurate with the 86? FC Founders Part 2, Power Shooter. Ah, I see. See, if you did all that, you're looking at a pretty saucy card, because you have a 5-star player. The one on Easy SBC is not going to be a 5-star. It is? Why? Does this one have Power Shooter? Oh, that's right, because of the Founders. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, that's on me. Trequartista. This card looks crazy. This card looks really solid. Dribbling a little bit weird, but I still feel like he'd be a beast. 5'10". I mean, he's 5-star. What body type does this guy have? Average body type. Yeah, that's one to try. This one over here is one to try, because a couple of different things that are different on the card. The reason why he's so nice though is because he's Brazilian, right? So if you're working with Brazilian players in general, you want the 5-star capabilities, you know, a nice little link to Neymar too, and then a bunch of other links, right, that you would obviously need. I mean, it's nice. Imagine having like 4 or 5 main attackers up top, Brazilian, all having 5-star skill moves. It'd be pretty fun to work with, right? But yeah, some people who have this card have mentioned to me that they like him a lot. Obviously, in my eyes, average body type of dribbling stats in certain areas throws me off a little bit, but I feel like he'd probably compensate really well with the 5-star. But yeah, looks like a cool card that you could potentially choose as well. Adeyemi is going to be for people. This one has way more upgrades. Yeah, this one's more for like if you want to do him in evolutions, but like quick step plus chip shot. I mean, if you're gonna do an Adeyemi, like this card's probably super cheap. He's expensive, really. I feel like he'd probably still go down though, man. I don't know. He's actually not poorly formatted now that I'm looking at him. Marksman chemistry style, probably. Because I think he's an R-Trigger merchant too, if I'm not mistaken, because he has like the playstyles and stuff for it, right? Quick step plus as well as rapid. He's looking like it. He's looking like it. I mean, you could go in this direction. Because with this card, it's a 4-star, 5-star player. So it's not bad, actually. He does get some pretty decent improvements. Marksman chemistry style would put him in a decent area. And then in the future, if you want to improve him further, you totally could, excuse me. This one's going to have like a lot of different options, though. It's not just going to be like these guys that are like the main ones. Peter Crouch, a sentimental value for sure, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have never seen this card used a single time. He does get really significant improvements, though, in passing specifically. And dribbling by the looks of it. But the dribbling is still in a really horrible spot. Because of the agility and balance. Like, this is a card that you straight go for headers, man. What do you even give him? Like, can you even give him, like, a Sentinel? The reason why I'm saying Sentinel is because you give him a bigger jumping boost, right? Because I don't think a Sniper does it. No. Sentinel's the one that does it, though. Does he have playstyles though? Acrobatic, power header, aerial. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if anybody's ever tried this card out on a Sentinel and just sent it, bro. Like just straight headers with this guy. You get players like Bacha, Kai Havertz sending in those crosses, you know? Wouldn't be bad. Darwin Nunez for the newbies. Probably better to do Founders on him if you were going to do an Evolutions for Darwin, right? If you were going to do it, it'd be this one. The Founders Evolution to FC Founders Upgrade. Like, it'd probably be this one. But that's the best version, right? Yeah, that's the best version too. I mean, you get some pretty good stuff, you know? Can't go wrong. Because it's a 3-star, 4-star in comparison to his other card, which is a 3-star, 3-star. So you can't really go wrong with that. It's not too terrible. But again, more for like the newer guys, I would say. Sar here. Sar gets a big upgrade, actually. Let's see. Nope, that's like a rock. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this out. We're going to do stop right there. See some of the top options. Okay, so we got Alvaro Morata. See, the thing is that, again, guys, I always tell you guys this, right? But there's a lot of cards that you could potentially upgrade right now and get some pretty significant improvements. So I'll show you guys an example, right? So if I were to go to Beto, right? Which Beto was like one of the... he was one of like the bigger cards to choose in the beginning of the year because he's actually pretty decent as a physical type striker. But if I were to go to Beto, right? You know what you guys got to do at Easy SBC? You got to do the nicknames, because when you guys don't do the nicknames, I have to actually search their actual names, right? But here's an example, right? So you go from an 81 to a 91 for things that still currently exist right now, right? So if you're a Portuguese fan, for instance, right, you can now get a 4-star version of Beto that has stop right there, FC Founder 2, FC Founders upgrade into Trequartista time, right? And you get Tiki Taka Plus, you get the 4-star boost. It's nice, you know, it looks like a really well formatted card who is by default a lengthy player, right? So it's a card that you use them for those capabilities more than anything. I mean, if you use a card like this and you give him an engine, it's kind of pointless, but at the same time it's not, because for him specifically, you can give him an engine and still be at a lengthy. What about a finisher? Mostly lengthy on a finisher. Ooh. You know what? This card on a mostly lengthy, not looking too bad on that finisher. Not looking too bad, especially with like 99 jumping, really good play styles as well. You can't go wrong with that, actually. But yeah, that's like an example of an improvement that you could potentially do for the longer upgrades. There's also cards like Tammy Abraham, right? So if you have been doing all of these improvements for Tammy Abraham, he's another example, right? So stop right there too, or not all the improvements, excuse me. But if you were to do the improvement as of right now, you can get a pretty solid Tammy Abraham card, right? So stop right there too, into Dribbling Sensation, FC Founders 2, FC Founders Upgrade, 4-star version of Tammy Abraham, who is a lengthy player on anything that you give him. So you can technically give him a finisher chemistry style if you wanted to, and he would have decent dribbling capabilities. Like, he would still probably work with it a little bit more, but he does have the other 4 areas of the card that is in a pretty decent area when it comes to dribbling. So higher finishing, lower pace, sure, but if you get into certain situations, you could potentially score some nice opportunities, because he also has a 99 for jumping with an 86 for heading accuracy while working with a power header. So for physical users, it could be a pretty decent card to look into as well. Some other options that you have as well is, you know, a card like this, right? So in Zola, for instance, if I go to Nzola's card, he also has a card where you can upgrade him twice and then twice again, right? So stop right there, 1 into a 2, into an FC Founders 2, into a FC Founders upgrade. And, you know, for people that, you know, are building some sort of like Angolan team, you can't really go wrong with this either. I mean, technically speaking, you could give him a finisher. He would still be a controlled lengthy player with better finishing. The lengthy would push the pace out of the card a little bit more. And you would be working with a card who is a 3-star, 4-star player, right? So, or no, excuse me, 4-star, 5-star. They don't update that right away into the algorithm of the actual bio, right? But again, this is an option that you can go with if you do want to get those improvements. Again, this is more for sentimental, because at this point you're spending like 150k for a card like this. But again, it's more for like the Fiorentina guys, the Angolan people, sentimental, that could turn into a crazier player in the future, right? So always look into the further upgrades that you can do, right? It's always important to kind of go onto these websites, search stop right there, and then maybe you do like a high visibility, see if there's anything there, right? So you can clearly see that there's nothing there. So we would go to something like, what happened here? Okay, so we just have to go to the end here. So we go to FC Founders, right? And then FC, we can't search this one, expand, FC Founders upgrade. There you go. So yeah, this is an example of what you can do, right? To see some more capabilities that you can have. So you have stop right there to FC Founders 2, FC Founders upgrade. You know, players like Inaki Williams has something now too, right? So Inaki Williams, stop right there, FC Founder 2, FC Founder upgrade, 5-star, 3-star player. There's gonna be a few options, right? So Kolomoani, that's not one because he's still from the FC Founders. Rafa, nope. Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati gets some pretty significant improvements too. So look at this, right? Stop right there too. FC Founders 2 into FC Founders upgrade. You have a 5-star, 5-star player that probably plays really well on a Hawk because his dribbling is actually in a pretty decent area. Yeah. Not bad at all, actually. Hawk chemistry style would put him at decent pace. Oh, the shooting is on the lower side though, so I'd probably still give him like a marksman. No. Yeah, I'd probably give him a marksman still. Just to make his dribbling feel as responsive as possible, give him a little bit of a physical improvement while still putting his finishing at a 91. I mean, it's not too bad. Not too bad there. I feel like you'd probably be able to add like a dribbling sensation to this, right? Yeah. For a lot of these cards, you'd be able to actually. So you got Bunaga, who gets the dribbling sensation. Martin Braithwaite, who becomes a 5-star, 5-star player. Right, he always has like his 5-star, 5-star. He has like a couple other ones. I think there's like this one here too, right? So that's not too bad because this is the new one, right? With the stop right there, that gives him those improvements in weak foot and stuff as well. But yeah, you could look into some sentimentals with this one, right? Like there's a lot of players you could potentially go with, like Fenerbahce fans who have already gotten the one midfielder dude that plays in the CDM position. Like here's another evolution for you to use for a card that's 5-star, 5-star, right? This one has trequartista time that you could potentially improve as well. But again, these are all different options that you could potentially work with. This card on a Hunter chemistry style is a controlled lengthy player. You would give him the pace boost, you give him the shooting boost. Base card stats for dribbling as a physical player is not in a horrible area because he also has a 97 for jumping. So maybe you can score like a header as well. Not necessarily with the heading accuracy, but you know how that goes. Just give me a few options. Like there's this girl from Real Sociedad. Not too bad there. What else we got? We got Duvan Zapata. We have this guy, Bunago, who's a 5-star player. So for people who are trying to get a link with someone like a Aubameyang, for instance, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's the same nationality. It do be. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. I think they're from the same place. But yeah, that's like an option you can work with too for the link ups and stuff. Excuse me. Gonzalo Ramos, Mbumo. This guy's actually really good IRL, by the way. Mbumo. Explosive. Dribbling's actually in a decent area. Can I give him a marksman? In this game, I gotta put these guys as close to 99 as possible. Like, that's just how I am. Not too bad there either, right? Like, he has some pretty significant improvements. 5-star, 3-star. There's always, like, these guys, too, man. Like, look at Leon Bailey, right? Like, this Leon Bailey card looks pretty nice. Like, this looks pretty nice. Stop right there, too, into FC Founders 2, FC Founders Upgrade. Look at this. Stop right there, FC Founder 2. Excuse me, FC Founders Upgrade. It looks like a very, very nice card. Very, very solid, man. I'm looking at this right now. Like, even if I give him a marksman as well, some of the things are a little bit off with him. I mean, can I give him a hawk, maybe? No. Maybe like a hunter. You'd probably give him a hunter, but then just use the dribbling as it is, because the only ones that's low is reactions, composure, which is not bad, honestly. On a hunter, I still feel like he'd be pretty decent. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Mbolo gets 4 different improvements as well for people that want to go in that direction. Timo Werner, Malin. What else we got here? So we have these guys here too. See, it's nice though, because if you always take a look at these things, like there's a lot of sentimental routes you can go into, right? So if you were to go with Huang, for instance, and you never use your FC Founders, look at this one, right? Stop right there too. Dribbling Sensation, FC Founder 2 into FC Founders Upgrade. You have a nice card. Right? So there's going to be a few different options to work with for sure. Oh, it's usually better to go sentimental at this point, guys, honestly, because you can get some pretty significant improvements in the future. But, I mean, you can clearly see that there's a lot of different options you could potentially work with, right? Nigerian player as well. Mateusz gets 1 too, 5-star, 4-star on him. There's also a player like Divock, right? So if you were to go to Divock Origi's card, but like, dude, look at this, man. Look at these improvements here. Look at this. Stop right there 1, stop right there 2, growth spurt, dribbling sensation, FC Founder 2, FC Founders Upgrade, 5-star weak-footed player that plays for a team that like not a lot of people would use, obviously, but like look at this. The sentimental value is crazy for this one. That's a crazy, crazy improvement. Dribbling is in a more usable area. Finishing is in a more usable area. You got to spend some monies to get him, but, you know, for people that want to go in that route, why not, dude? There's so many different options, dude. Like, there's always going to be the meta options, but there's going to be, like, more as well, right? Take this one out. Go here all the way to the beginning. Take that one out, too. And then go to Divock. That can't be his highest one, is it? No, I'm pretty sure he gets, like, a higher one. Or is this the highest one? Growth spurt? No. Ah, there it is. Yeah, because these ones are 4-star, 4-star, but this turns into a 5-star, 5-star. Stop right there too. Keeping balance 1, dribbling sensation. FC Founders 2, FC Founders Upgrade. 5-star, 5-star Divock Origi. Not bad. Not bad. Hunter chemistry cell. Sprint speed's in a good area. Not necessarily an acceleration, but the dribbling's actually in a very solid spot. And he has like really good playstyles too. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with this either. This one has like 5 different ones, dude. Like keeping balance as well. Keeping balance on it too. And that's an interesting one. Keeping balance too. Like a rock. FC Founders up. Oh, so FC Founders Upgrade. And then it would be the last one too. FC Founders Evolution. You take these out. Stop right there for McDonald. Not bad for her too, eh? Because the women, again, the body types are a little bit different. So you can actually like move a little bit more with them, right? So if you're going in this route because of the women's league, you can't go wrong with that too, man. Can't go wrong with that too. I'm looking at some of these other cards too. Zabata gets some pretty significant improvements as well. Not too bad. It's the same guys for the most part that I'm seeing here. Kyle Walker, very good card. Solid. The only thing is the dribbling if you're actually using it as an attacking right back, but defensively, very, very solid player. Top right there, Okafor. Like, the Sentimentals isn't a good area for these guys. Look, this guy probably has a better one, though, right? FC Founder. Yeah, there it is. So this one would be the improvement. FC Founders Evolution. Stop right there, too. FC Founders 2. Then FC Founders Upgrade. But yeah, for a lot of these cards, guys, like I said, definitely very ideal to kind of go down the sentimental routes for a lot of them. But always look out for potential cards that that have like current evolutions that are out as well, so you can like really fully maximize them as much as possible. What we're going to do here is, if I were to go sentimental, I always do this at the end of the videos just to see like what exists, right? So we'll stop right there. Okay. So we would do keeping balance, maybe. I mean, look, see, this is what you have to do, right? Because then you would just go to like specific cards. Like Ruben Neves has a card. So then I would go to like, I'll take these out. And then you just think of players, right? Like if I were to go like Gonzalo Guedes, right? Let's go Gonzalo Guedes here. Let's take this out. Probably have to actually search his name because it's just going to show the other guy. Gonzalo Guedes. Oh, it's mostly just that one, eh? Stop. Oh, but he has a stop right there. Okay. Interesting. What's another card too, man, that I always think about as well for stop right there? What about Vitinha? Does Vitinha have any cool cards yet? Is he... I think Vitinha's name is Vitor Ferreira. Oh, he has nothing though. I think it's Vitor Ferreira, something like that. Look at these like random cards that pop up too. Because if you go in the sentimental routes, right, like Brazilian player. This is me searching up a random guy as well. Let's go like Kevin. Let's just see what happens when I put Kevin, bro. Kevin. My boy Kevin. Look at that. Look at this Portuguese player, dude. Well, that's actually different because he doesn't have any of the new ones. Look at this, dude. Look at the massive improvements you can go if you win sentimental. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we basically covered like the main meta ones, but guys, again, always tell you this all the time. Always check for sentimentals, because you could have some really nice improvements for a lot of cards that could be very nice for the current meta of the game. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, my dudes. Love you guys.